This is a review of the Winter Island Park in Salem, Massachusetts. This is the camp store. It is located at the very beginning of the campground, and it's got your essentials, K-cups, coffee, souvenirs, t-shirts, that kind of thing. This same building is where you're going to check in, but if you come in after hours, no big deal because they've got your information in a packet at the gate. Panning to the right, you're going to see the bathhouse, which is at the pointy building. It's a concrete block building, and it's very clean inside, nothing fancy, but it's serviceable, clean. And then to the right, you'll see what appears to be a gate shack. It's closed for the winter time, and where that runner is passing, just as he turns left, you'll see that's the entrance or exit as you're leaving the campsite. Panning back to the office now, you can see that giant hangar behind it, and here you're seeing the campground itself, the parking lot I should say, to the marina. You can see possibly a gazebo at the far end, but you can definitely see the water, and there's boats because it does serve as a marina during the day. In front of this gate shack, there is a pad for a 50-foot RV. We saw one there the night before. It was huge. At 10 o'clock, this place becomes a campground only, so they'll make sure everybody's out and their marina boats and any vehicles that are not camping overnight are out, and it turns into a very small RV spot. If you are staying here overnight with your camper, you can rent a key card that gets you in and out of the gate for $20, and you just return that and you get your money back at the end of your trip. That was a little 16-foot Bambi that I was just showing you, and here's a closer view of the water. You can see that marina is actually being used. There's a better shot of the gazebo. And then over here, we're beginning our entry into the actual campsites. Now over there, those are spots 15. I'm not exactly sure what numbers, but those are in the 15s. And then a great view of the water there. That's spot 16A, the empty one. 16B, where that giant Class A is. After that Class A is spot 16C, and we are in spot 16D. That's a 1966 26-foot Overlander and our Dodge 2500 turbo diesel. The spot where the white SUV is 16E, and they're not supposed to use that except in case of emergencies. And there had been a person who left the night before and then had to go into that spot because they left them and they decided they needed to come back and spend one more night. So the only spot left for them was 16E. It's a very tight spot. You can see right up against that building. And then there's a hangar in front. So if it's a big rig, it's not going to fit there in the first place. But even if you're smaller, you don't have a lot of maneuvering room right there in that spot. This is just to show you how much space that you're going to have in between yourself and the front of that hangar. And another great shot of the water and the view. There's a picnic table at your spot there. So what you're seeing here is our 26-foot trailer and our Dodge Ram all hooked up, and we're 47 feet from the tip of the truck to the tail end of our trailer. And what you're not hearing is the kids yelling at me, "Hey dummy, you're about to get hit," and me realizing there's a car right behind me trying not to kill me. But it was funny in the moment. Anyhow, here comes Mike. You can see him easily maneuvering between other cars and that building. So there's plenty of space, even though when you pull in, especially if you're pulling in dark, it is going to look tough and kind of tight. You're going to have tons of room and everything's going to be a-okay. This is just a glamorous shot, and there's the space. Tons of room to maneuver. This is a view of the gazebo close up. On this particular day when we went camping, it was super cold and windy, so I've had to do a voiceover because you couldn't hear me, and I had added music too, which was not a smart move, but I'm redoing this for those of you who are going to be going to this very, very small lot. You can see where my finger is pointing there to the left. If you take that road, you can go straight to the beach. And the kids found some sea glass that day. There's another shot of the lighthouse, some sailboats out on the water. And I made this video because at the time, there were no videos of this particular RV park. And again, it's a very small one. Don't know how many people actually would go there, but it is an option for you, and it's very close to Salem. It's walking distance, really. So it might be a great one for you. There's a trolley that comes and drops you off there. Again, it is a working marina. It's a tourist destination, not just for people to come and RV and spend the night. The trolley is supposed to run every half hour, but because it was October 20th, when we were initially filming this video, the trolley was coming much more frequently, and we couldn't even get on it because there was just too many people. You could buy your tickets at the main hub in town, and you can see that right after this trolley, another one shows up because there's a ton of festivities, being that it's right before Halloween in Salem, Massachusetts, of course, home of the famous witch trials. But there, just to show you that, it's a permanent stop there by the bench where you just saw. This is the entrance and exit to the campsite itself. Just, you know, us leaving the campground and what it looks like over there to the right. And that was also where the playground is, and that's the road that leads to the sea glass beach. This is to your right, that was just the bathhouse, and then to the left, this is an additional tent campsite. And there were people camped there the first night. It was freezing, but they were there. Again, because space is at a premium, being that it's the big, you know, Halloween event. Over here in front of us, you can see that's an RV extra parking. Tons of spots there. And here we are approaching the entrance/exit. That's the gate shack. And as you come in and out of the campsite, or rather come in, they're going to check to make sure that you have one of these hanging tags. Security's pretty tight. And again, they do close at 10 o'clock at night to make sure that there's no marina folks, and everybody in and out of there is just the campers. So that concludes our video of Winter Island Park in Salem, Massachusetts. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and as always, we thank you for traveling with the Polkas.